In all for Leeds on Thursday rather, against Bradford. It really was a classic, and as a result of their victory in London, they headed the table, did the Catalan Dragons, for 16 hours or so, and they could go second, right behind the Wigan Warriors, if they win here tonight. And talking to Laurent Fresneau yesterday, he is so proud of the French youngsters that he's got coming through. He also, of course, has some very good overseas players, but he says look out for the likes of Morgan Escaré, this young 21-year-old fullback. He believes he could be an absolute sensation in the seasons ahead. And there he is, the young man. It is going to be Thomas Bosk, though, who's going to get this game underway. Shrill blast of the whistle of Ben Thaler. Here we go then. Big test of stamina, of mental ability. And certainly this Catalan Dragons pack, they will be on the front foot from the very first minute.
Yeah, they're a huge set of forwards, aren't they? And it's pretty slippy out there. Thankfully, the rain has stopped, but it has been pouring down here in Perpignan from about 4 o'clock this morning. And I must say that the ground staff have made a fantastic job on preparing this pitch.
I don't want to be cheeky, Steve-O, at the start of the match, but how do you know it was raining at 4 a.m. this morning in Perpignan?
I looked at the weather report when I got up at 7.
Fair enough. I thought perhaps you'd come in with a milkman, but obviously not. That's good to hear. This is Leeds then in possession with the skipper, Kevin Sinfield.
You talk about the young Catalan fullback, Morgan Escaré, and you must say the fact that he'll get a lot of work today, because in the build-up to this, both Danny Maguire and Kevin Sinfield were utilising the kick in the build-up. They know how important it will be. They'll try to turn around this very heavy forward pack of Catalans.
Well, there it was, the first touch for Escaré. He took the kick from Maguire downfield underneath his own sticks. Little hop, skip and a jump, and off he was away. And here they are, the Catalan Dragons, now just over the 30-metre line. And it's Ian Henderson who's at dummy half.
He's so important as well, isn't he, Henderson? Especially the fact that wet conditions, he'll have to control things. He'll have nothing better than scooting away from that dummy half position.
Olivier Elema.
They'll utilise the big forwards, no doubt about that today.
They've reached the fifth and final tackle, so here is Leon Price, and he just dumps it down the line. One bounce and finds touch. That was safety first from Price.
Yeah, and a good kick as well. Notice a backspin on it. That's what they need. Put themselves into a position. The coach, Laurent Fresneau, he's, I must say, he's done a fine job alongside David Wade, of course, an experienced coach from Australia. They've settled in well, haven't they?
Yes, they have. I mean, tremendous. There they are. David Wade on the left, former Great Britain coach, and Laurent Fresneau on the right. And Scott Giroud just in front of them. They'll be keeping their fingers crossed that Scott will be back in action before too long. Ablett now trying to work the ball away, but he gets as far as Gregory Muniz and Ian Henderson. Here is Sinfield again. Gives it some air and finds Jamie Jones-Buchanan. They missed him. Here is Ryan Hall.
That was poor play by Damien Blanche. He'd come right in from the touchline there on that far side on the right wing. Left a huge gap out wide. Luckily, they scramble back in time.
Jamie Jones-Buchanan again, the big men to welcome him to the ground. There's Brian McDermott barking the instructions down the walkie-talkie.
Well, you see the big fella, Jamie Peacock, playing the ball there. He was out on his feet on the Thursday night game. Amazing, and that looked too high.
Yes.
Silly play.
Danny Maguire just straying into the chin of Damien Blanche. He fielded the kick with a little difficulty. He got it though, but then he certainly took one for his corner.
Eddie, you want to have a look when Catalan Dragons attack the Leeds Rhinos line. I'm looking at Danny Maguire and Rob Bird defending very close to each other. Danny Maguire is now on the right-hand side, but has found himself on the left-hand side. He'll be facing up against Zeb Teya and Steve Menzies should that continue. I think some of our Catalan Dragons might have a little fun with if they start running at Rob Burrow and running at Danny Maguire.
Well, Danny Maguire will remember, I'm sure, that he picked up a suspension that kept him out of the following playoff game in the playoff match here last year after his drop goal and his try had to win it for the champions. So he needs to be careful, as they all do. That was a good hit, but a great ball, actually. And it comes back to 0. Yes, it does. It was a kick for the corner, looking for the winger, Pala, but instead he got the ball back, but then he fumbled it in the wet.
It's a knock-on under pressure. Well, it was a good option, wasn't it, there by Leon Price. He could see that Joe Vickery had not dropped back. It was early in the tackle count. He got the ricochet and it went back to 6 here, but he could see there was nobody there. It was a good attempt by Kevin Sinfield. As he came up to play the ball, he came up with the error.
You know, a lot of teams have pre-rehearsed players when they want to attack. Players in certain positions, you know that they're setting up for it amongst the 6 tackles that you get in a game of league. That's not the case as often with the Catalan Dragons. To me, it appears there's more ad-lib, off-the-cuff style of attack, that when Leon Price sees a chance to do something, perhaps through a late offload, they respond and react instinctively, and it's probably when they're at their best, and I guess suits the unique nature and attitude that the Dragons have in front of the home crowd.
That's 3. Move! Hold it! Hold! Go.
Burrow was the dummy half, Sinfield is the kicker.
And not a bad option, Eddie. They've kicked early on the 3rd.
Yes, and he's turned them right the way round, and young Escaré picks it up again. Safe and sound, but good chase from the Leeds Rhinos. Jamie Jones-Buchanan in, so too was Ryan Hall. Beg your pardon, Joel Moon. And Joel Moon involved in the tackling again there for the 2nd time in a row.
No surprise, Eddie. We mentioned it, didn't it? The young fullback was going to get plenty of action. All out the opportunity. Good play there.
Yes, Millard was nearly away. Good tackle by Sinfield.
It was good defensive work by Carl Ablett. He stopped the offload there when there's a huge gap.
But I think they're going to know they've been in a match, both these teams, tonight at the end, as Price fires the ball into centre field, and here is Thomas Bosk with the kick over the top of the Leeds players, and that will skip away somewhat harmlessly. Thomas Bosk has been at Catalans since the very first day, on course to be the first man to score 1,000 points for this club.
Playing in his better position. Remember, last season they often pushed him out onto the wing. He's a far better player than that. And reaping the ball, stealing the ball away. Not what your coach wanted when you've just put on a big hit like that. Rolled him over. And they've deemed that the prop forward Remy Casti is the culprit. Well, a bit unsettling.
170th appearance for the Catalan Dragons for Remy today. Hull FC have beaten Wakefield Trinity Wildcats, I hear. 34 points to 22. That relieves a little bit of the pressure on the black and whites after the Derby Day defeat. There it is, confirmation of the final score.
Boy, they were lucky there. Jamie Jones-Buchanan played the ball sideways. It wasn't the perfect play of the ball, got away with it. Ben Thaler had a look, didn't go to the whistle.
This is Callum Watkins. He finds Carl Ablett, who in turn finds Peacock, who finds Maguire, who finds young Stevie Ward. Ward will get the ball away to Joel Moon, and Joel Moon going for the corner will score. Joel Moon, but will he? It's Ben Thaler who will hand it upstairs to video referee Ian Smith. Just want to check the grounding, whether it was touching goal. I think I heard him say.
I think he's got it down.
Does he get a foot in touch as well?
Blanche came and no, he got the legs up just in time. That's going to be try time. That was a wonderful finish. Well, Blanche was late to get to it, and he gets the ball down before any part of the body. It's a whitewash, and that's TR White time. Moon tried to take him ball and all, wasn't strong enough. Watch the leg, but it goes up. No doubt in my mind. Ian Smith is the video referee.
You don't think the knee maybe touched the sideline, Mike, before he gets the ball down?
No, the ball's down here, watch. Here it comes. Down. There it is. 3 inches. That's sufficient. Leeds will open the scoring, surely.
Yes, the word goes down into the earpiece of the referee, Ben Thaler, from Ian Smith. No big screen here in Catalan, of course. Joel Moon gets the first try of this match.
It was a good effort as well. You can see Peacock, how he just dragged him through. the good link, and it was a good link as well. Stevie Ward instigated it, just pulled in the defence there. He just got the impression that Damien Blanche just left it a little bit late to go out wide. He gave him the opportunity, but it was too strong. That's a great finish by Moon.
Yes, Joe Moon with the try, centre in every game so far. He really has made a great start to his Leeds career. And Kevin Sinfield has got a very impressive record on this ground in away matches against the Catalan Dragons, and he maintains it. He's played and scored in every game now for the Leeds Rhinos, and his coach is pleased with the start.
The difficulty for Damien Blanche out here is he's trying to buy time for Steve Menzies to come across. So he's backing off, hoping that Steve Menzies gets to Joel Moon before Joel Moon gets to the try line. When he realises that Steve Menzies can't make it, he goes in and makes the decision. If he makes that decision earlier, well, then the ball can be passed on to the winger who'll be unmarked in the corner. So it's difficult for Damien Blanche to defend in that situation, and I guess he did the right thing in trying to buy as much time as he could for his centre partner.
Here's Ryan Bailey. In the playoffs last year, one of the abiding memories of that match was the marauding run from one end of the field to the other by Bailey that produced the pass and the try for Danny Maguire. Operating a prop forward here tonight. He was loose forward on Thursday. Kylie Luluai hasn't made the trip, a groin strain. Quick play the ball by Leeds. This is Burrow. Oh, he slipped underneath Olivier Elema.
And again, we saw there Jamie Jones-Buchanan. I don't think he made any real attempt to get his foot to it. Now then, what can the youngster do?
Leeds are hunting the mistake.
An impressive opening 10 minutes. I know they conceded a penalty, and one of the kicks wasn't particularly great, but other than that, I think Leeds' attitude, they're playing the ball very quickly. They seem to have an appetite here to outwork their opponents, and that's a great start when you're playing the second game in less than a week.
Blanche can't get away from the tackle from Joel Moon. Blanche was, I think, trying to tempt the referee to blow a whistle for the penalty, but it never came. Here's Elema, and he's being shunted across towards that touchline far side. Ian Henderson's the dummy half for the Catalan Dragons now. Good hands. And Leon Price, oh, that was down on the deck.
Oh, he's lost it.
I think Price got away with his, but I don't think Bosk has.
Well, it wasn't a knock-on from Price, that is for sure. Now, has it been given a knock-on by Maguire? It has. He's indicated that Danny Maguire got a hand to that.
He checked with his touch judge, to be fair, did Ben Thaler.
Well, that was extremely fortunate for the home side. See Maguire just get a hand to it. Yeah.
I think he hit the arm. I don't think he hit the ball.
Either way.
The Catalan Dragons will not be arguing.
No, they won't. But this is very strong defence. We saw it on, there you see, maybe the fingertips got to it. We saw that on Thursday night. This Leeds defence at times, beautiful offload.
And another. Here is Price. Price dabs the ball down the line for the chase, but Watkins is quick. Oh, and Watkins does really well, and he keeps the right side of the whitewash.
Well, I'm not so sure that Leon Price took the right option. He had two men on the left-hand side, and I think he had about three, and I'm not so sure that his coach is impressed. They had the numbers.
That's great defence, though, from the Dragons, and in these conditions, they can drop the man down, Joe Vickery, and try and slide him back over the goal line if they can. And look at them piling into Peacock here. Menzies leading the way with Henderson. Burrow, how many tackles gone? 4. They're kicking early, kicking wide, and looking for Ryan Hall. How was that for invention from them?
Brilliant
Hall gets
play.
the ball inside to Jamie Jones-Buchanan. Here now comes Callum Watkins. He keeps it alive to Maguire. Maguire does likewise to Jamie Jones. And Jamie Jones's pass was forward to Ryan Hall.
Oh, that was a sad finish to what was an incredible build-up. Sensational hands. There's Price. Look, he had 2 on the inside, 3 on the outside, and he's gone for the wrong option. Take nothing away from the fullback, but look how clever Sinfield is. He knew exactly that Ryan Hall was way out there. Again, Blanche just caught about 10 metres in from the sideline.
That's 2 brilliant minutes of rugby league. Catalan Dragons in wet conditions, willing to throw the ball around. You're right, Steve-O, perhaps through the hands and not on the boot might have been the best option. But they backed it up with some very good defence, forcing Leeds back. Leeds then had the ability, the confidence and the execution to crossfield kick. What entertainment.
Yes, tremendous stuff both sides. Catalan Dragons now on halfway. Is Zeb Ataya rather, trying to make a bit more progress into the Leeds Rhinos half of the field. And they're shouting for offside, the Catalan supporters, and we know they are pretty vociferous in this part of the world.
Well, they ever. Listen to them now.
It's Muniz now for the Dragons.
Need to quick play the ball here if they can, but they're holding them down.
Good work on the ground by the champions, that.
Yeah, they need to be quicker than that.
Henderson to Price. That was the young man from full-back Escaray.
Back
Gets it away
6.
to Parla.
Oh, that's gone backwards.
Play on, says Ben Thaler.
Good work from Miller.
Oh, Darren Miller. And Bailey coming in. And they didn't like that. And Elima is all over the back of Ben Thaler as well, protesting at the tackle. Now, was this the conditions that has cost Bailey, or is this a dubious challenge? Oh, it's a dubious challenge.
That's a bad one. The man's going backwards. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's red card stuff. He's a lucky boy if he stays out on the field of play.
He's a lucky boy.
I cannot believe that. That is not just an error, that is a direct aim into the head.
Is that where a yellow card, 10 minutes, is a compromise, Mike? Maybe it should have been sent off, but it was more than just a penalty.
That's a sin binning. That's a sin binning in this game.
Well, that has surprised me.
Well, Olivier Elima is losing his route now on the Catalan Dragons side as Escaray goes in at dummy half, gives it to Anderson. There's another one, a bit of a grab this time from Jamie Peacock.
Well, he's got to bring the skipper. He's got to bring Sinfield in and say, hey, listen.
Well, this isn't foul play. He just steps him though, Mike, doesn't he? He gets away from him. That's why he reaches out. I don't think he's intentionally gone to hit him high.
Well, it wasn't a hit, but his arm went into it, OK? Either way, it's a penalty at least, but...
Hey, it's going to make the game more entertaining for us.
And it came really from Jamie Peacock's point of view. It came too close to the Bailey one, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it was a penalty without a doubt.
Right, this is a chance for the Catalan Dragons to really get their crowd behind them. And it's Price. Escaray. Oh, that was juggling skills, wasn't it? Nearly knocked it on. And Jamie Jones Buchanan all over the top of the young man. That's 3 quick penalties in a row. In fact, it's 4-1, the penalty count overall.
Well, he was claiming his hand was held, Eddie. That's what he got up saying to the referee, that Escaray held his hand. Well, it's a couple of penalties, 3 in a row.
It is 3 in a row.
What
Can they make hay?
Jamie, get out.
And Ian Henderson gets the ball back to Bosk. He finds Leon Price. Price then gets the ball to Millard.
That's solid defence. They didn't panic, Leeds. Not one man came out of the line. Good unity. Shocking pass.
Picked up, though, by Anderson. Delaney was first to him.
Well, if the Rhinos get away with this, that'll be a real psychological boost for them.
Here's Elima again. Tackled by Peacock. Wants to get up and play it quickly. Lost his footing. Henderson. Thomas Bosk slides the kick in. And that was great play by Vickery.
Yeah, he got there before him.
Well, Pala thinks he scored. He's punching the air. Well, I think he's trying to con everybody.
He's not going to con anybody, I can assure you.
You don't often see it, Steve. I'll say this about the game. You don't often see players, if they haven't got near it, jumping up and claiming it. You don't often see it. We'll get a good look now.
I think Vickery's got a hand to this and knocked it away before he gets anywhere near it. There you see it.
Oh, yep. You're right. I stand corrected.
I accept apologies. There shall be no try.
But it is a goal line dropout. They've had 3 penalties. They've now forced the goal line dropout. It's immense pressure on this Leeds line.
And it's the right tactics in many ways. Okay, I criticised the fact earlier when Leon Price went for the kick, but that was the only time, and it's obviously that their coach has said to them without doubt, we'll keep putting that little kick into the corner. And who are they picking out? Joe Vickery.
He's made a complete liar of me. What has he got up and celebrated for? He didn't get near the ball.
Brian, he's a winger. You know what wingers are like, surely. Elima driving it in. Bit of a leg lift there as well as he made collision.
He's such a great character, isn't he? Olivier Elima. He got up there after just running into a brick wall with a huge grin. Well, that should have been a flop.
Henderson evaded Peacock but couldn't get away from Bailey. Not the best pass. Delaney in very quickly again.
If Catalan are going to break down this Leeds defence, they've got to start utilising the dummy runner. They've got to try to confuse the opposition.
There's Bosk. Couldn't get the pass away. This is the last tackle coming up. And there is Escaré. Oh, that's bounced kindly, hasn't it? Well, it did. It bounced kindly for Leeds, as it turned out. Callum Watkins picked up the pieces. I thought that was going to bounce for the Dragons here from the kick.
I thought this was brilliant defence from Leeds. One or two of the players now feeling the heat. They've conceded all those penalties. Then the goal line dropout. Look at the opposition play, really. The Dragons have had so much attacking Leeds line, but haven't got over for a try. And the outside backs now for the Rhinos need to get involved and get the side downfield. It seems to me they're easier at making quick meters and faster play the balls.
That was a tremendous run from Rob Burrow. He ducked underneath the challenge and bounced off the ground. And Sinfield will drill this to the corner. Oh, it's just got the angle slightly wrong.
Yeah, it just got a spin to the left. But again, kicking early in the tackle count. This is he is beep beep. He's such an explosive player. If you go anywhere above 3 foot, he'll go underneath you. Limbo dancing, isn't it? On the 3 foot.
Yes, I believe they do it about 3:55 in Perpignan AM. The Dragons then, in the shape of Remy Casti. 53rd consecutive appearance for the prop forward for the Dragons tonight. Muniz, nowhere for him to go. Ablett, Sinfield and Delaney saw to that. Henderson. That's the pass away. This is Battieri who's on.
Great tackle by Bailey then. I must say, Brian McDermott will be ever so pleased with that. Look, the home side have not got over the 40-metre line when it comes to the last. And that's all you need from a defence. This is straight down the throat.
That's very easy for Ryan Hall. Thought about slipping the pass to Callum Watkins, thought better of it.
Well, you consider all the possession that the home side have had, you probably expect them to be ahead, so I think Leeds will be delighted. They've got the points from the chance they had, and Burrow now scantering out of acting halfback. They're getting fast play the balls, rolling downfield, and well, seem happy. I think that the start they've made an impressive opening quarter for Leeds.
Yes, it is, but there is the considerable figure of Jamal Fakir prowling the touchline, waiting to come on for the Dragons. He'll be Laurent Fresnu's second change as Peacock spins. We was thinking of an offload. It is an off. It is a. Oh well.
Oh, I think that's harsh.
I think the Peacock was trying to get rid of that.
I think that is very harsh indeed. I think it was just the impact of the ball carrying arm hitting the deck.
See the arms come up.
Well, I don't think that's a steal, but I'm not the man with the whistle.
Ian Henderson was leading the protest. He was saying to referee Ben Thaler this was a loose carry, and Ben Thaler disagrees. Well, it offers Remy Casti's not too impressed either. It offers Kevin Sinfield the chance here from 40 metres out to add to the Leeds total.
And I think this is a good choice. I really do.
Well, it's been a frantic opening 20 odd minutes to the game, and it allows Leeds and indeed their opposition a little breather. Yes.
But the defence from Leeds has been just superb. They've been all over the place. I mean, all those penalties that they conceded, And yet, they've still got that scoreboard with a 0 at the side of the Catalan Dragons. You know, that defensive effort, it was as though you'd scored a try in many ways.
And this then could be deemed as the conversion for that, because Sinfield is a man who can kick from this range, and Sinfield is a man who has kicked from this range. The model of consistency is Kevin Sinfield. He last missed a game against Castleford in August 2010. His boot has given Leeds an 8-0 advantage, but the Catalan Dragons won't be panicking, because they've had to come from behind at half-time to take the spoils in each of their last 3 home games, and they had to do it again in London on Thursday.
Yeah, the one thing about Kevin Sinfield, he just seems to thrive in wet conditions. We know it's going to be a kicking game, but he just lifts his game every time it's wet.
Ian Kirk bringing the ball forward. 150th Super League appearance for the big Ian Kirk. He's about 6'6" tall. And Fakir has come on for the Dragons, as you've just seen. This now is Jamie Jones Buchanan. Batieri spins him to the ground. There's Jamal right behind him at marker. And Jamie Peacock takes it forward into the chest of Muniz. Help out by Henderson. And Burrow under pressure gets the kick away. Ooh, that's off the foot of Escaré.
Eddie, if you want to win tight games, big games are invariably going to be tight, and it might only be a couple of points in it, so your goal kicking and your penalty kicking is going to be important. In Kevin Sinfield, I think Leeds Rhinos have one of the best in the league, if not the best. He's so consistent. He knocked over this penalty from 40 metres. Keep an eye on his follow-through. Head down, keeps his head down, keeps his head down, still down, listening for the roar of the crowd, and then has a look up that the ball has gone over. Great goal kicker and a great captain and leader of his club.
Yes, the most successful captain in Leeds' long and illustrious history. Henderson was fed then by Parla. Ablett got to him and scragged him to the ground.
And again, the key issue, Leeds' defence. They've kept the Catalan side in their own half. That's not a bad kick, though.
Again, just the wrong side of the corner post from young Escaré. He's made a sensational start to his career, tries in each of his first 2 appearances. Promoted following some eye-catching games for Saint-Estève. And Watkins loses the ball on the first tackle, holds his head, knows that could be a big error.
He realises the danger that he's put his team in. But in these conditions, it's so important you keep hold of that football.
Steve-O, he scored a great try against Bradford on Thursday. Some good footwork and left Jared Salmon for dead, who is a quick player himself. I've watched Callum Watkins for the first 24 minutes of this game, and he seems full of running. He's been backing up the middle. Rob Burrow made a break. Callum Watkins was on his shoulder. He's putting his hand up to run the ball off his own line. He looks really up for this game.
He became a dad for the first time last week, did Callum Watkins. Obviously the baby's sleeping. Here is Batieri.
Good run as well. Impresses me, Batieri.
Bosk. Oh, no look pass and finds Muniz. Muniz gets them to within 8-9 metres of the line. Henderson is busy at dummy half, as he always is. Gives it then to Batieri again. Batieri shovels it back to this young man Escaré. Can't get away from Sinfield. Bosk finds Anderson. Good defence again from Leeds. How long can they keep this super defence up, the champions? Bosk to Henderson. Here comes the crossfield kick. Well, it's not crossfield, it's into the in-goal area, and it's diffused easily by Maguire, who'll want to get on with this because they're all out of position.
Well, Steve Menzies was petrified there, Eddie, you're right. David Blanche was very late in getting back. Steve Menzies isolated on the right-hand side. Leeds unable to find the pass and attack, although they're down there now.
Yes, the defence is sorted now, but Maguire was almost buried in the mud there by Jamal Fakir's tackle. Brett Delaney. Solid run again from Delaney.
Catalan are playing against a good side today, Leeds, in good form, but they perhaps could help themselves if the last 2 kicks had been better. One went over the dead ball line, One then was caught in goal. And I think at the highest level, the top of the Super League competition, they need more difficult and dangerous and accurate kicks when they get to the end of a set.
Let's see what this one is like from the champions. It's with Sinfield. Now it's with Maguire. And there's the kick all along the deck. Intelligent kick. They're lucky to get away with that.
And that's the difference between the two sides. Keep the ball down, wet conditions, awkward. As you say, Damien Blanche very fortunate indeed. When the Catalan side got down, what did they do? They opted for the bomb. And that'll be a steal.
Well, the referee is having none of the ball coming out in loose carries in the tackle today.
It's always difficult.
And to be fair to Ben Taylor, it's same for both sides.
Well, how we sorted it out from there, I've no idea, but he's a lot near it. That's how lucky that Damien Blanche was. Yep, wet conditions. Get it down. Have it skim off the surface.
When I've watched the Dragons play here and be at their best, the crowd get excited on the back of a quick play of the ball. Henderson tends to run, and there are offloads and flick passes and trick shots, and they score some brilliant tries. But at the moment, Leeds have controlled the Dragons players when they've carried the ball, so they haven't found that quick play of the ball when the crowd get out of the seat and Henderson and his team shoot off down the middle.
Here's another big name player that's come back, and Jamie Peacock was standing in an offside position, not to bring Lupini Paya down, but to bring Henderson down.
He's been around far too long, hasn't he? Ian Henderson, not to know that as soon as he sets off towards the big fella, he was going to get the penalty. And to be fair to Jamie Peacock, I don't think he had the energy to get anywhere. He's out on his feet again. Just wondering whether he's going to be replaced. Is he going to do the full 40?
Henderson and Jamie Peacock, they were teammates in the 2005 Grand Final winning team for the Bradford Bulls.
Well, he played till about the 33 minutes and then came on 6 minutes into the second half, so they're trying to get as much as they can from him.
Good ball that from Bosk. Well played by Paolo. He finds Escaré. He's gathered in by Sinfield.
Got a nice step, hasn't he, the young kid?
It's Bosk again. Now Battieri on the charge.
Well, they're just using the big fellas, but they're not utilising dummy runners, trying to convince them.
That's
better
a good
on
take.
that apart.
That's a good take by Bosk, and it's a good tackle by Sinfield. Henderson fires the pass to Price. Here's a crossfield kick, looking for Blanche. Hall is there. They've all missed it. It nearly arrived to Blanche, but I think that was a knock on. It was. That'll be the turnover.
Again, they've opted for the option into the corner when surely early in the game, Leon Price opted for 2 kicks, skidded on the ground. All of a sudden, they change of tactics. They want to go up high now.
If you're going to kick across there, I'd be tempted to ask Steve Menzies to jump against Ryan Hall and get Damien Blanche to wait and pick up the scraps if any do come. Height-wise, there's a big difference between Hall and Blanche. I think Menzies might have the edge over Hall when it comes to the height stakes.
Is Stevie Ward. And Jamie Peacock has lasted nearly half an hour.
He's put in a good effort as well. He always seems to do, doesn't he? An amazing athlete.
Paul McShane. Back it comes to Maguire, who just thumps it downfield.
And again, early in the tackle count. These are wonderful tactics.
Half an hour gone here, 8-0 the champions lead. We will see Castleford against Huddersfield on Saturday at 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon on Sky Sports 3 HD. And we're going to have another look at Leeds on Sunday, their match against the Warrington Wolves. That's mouth-watering, 6:30 on Sky Sports 2 HD on Sunday. Saturday and Sunday for your Super League this coming week.
This is tremendous. I know we keep saying it, but it is. It's just, it's a beautiful...
Opened up by Blanche to Bosk. He just delays for a moment, then gets a little ankle tap on him.
No one could keep up with him.
It was well done that by Danny Maguire, but the Catalans coming forward here with Anderson. He gets it to Millard, and Millard, the pass. And it's Maguire again. He was making a tackle in the middle not long ago, and he's over this side now, tidying up in defence.
Well,
good effort.
That was unbelievable. Millard through the pass. To be fair to the centre, he just got an ankle tap on Maguire. Look at that, just got him in time. I'm not so sure that Maguire would have had the speed to go the full length of the field, but it would have put him in a good position. Now, Catalan has got to do what Leeds have been doing to them all in this first half, and that's ensuring that they don't get over the halfway line.
Great ball from Blanche it was, and
There was
Thomas
no one
Boss
there.
slowed down, didn't he?
Well, he had to. There was nobody there, Eddie. There's no point in going towards the fullback. You may as well try, slow him and try to suck him in the hope that one of your teammates is going to be there. Sadly, not forthcoming.
McShane again, and Sinfield inside the 40. Maybe he did go for that, but Pala had funneled back. And he sees a gap, there's Pala, he goes for it. Abler closed him down and tries to throw him over the touchline. And the referee and Pala didn't like it.
Well, you know, the stats at this point were suggesting really that Catalan, with the possession that they've had, the breaks they've made, that perhaps they would be in charge. Here's another half chance where they get through the line, but Abler's then penalised. And I guess maybe there's a sense of frustration amongst the Dragons themselves. When they made that last break, it was a very risky offload to try and find a teammate to score some points. Coming here now, 32 minutes, it's a repeated opportunity now to put points on there again in that dangerous part of the field.
The only problem is, Phil, is that the Catalans, they're just relying on sheer brute force. There's not much skill factor out there, not much running off. Oh, that's a great break, though.
And that's a good pass, and it's Thomas Boss! And they somehow stop him aquaplaning over the line.
Great work from Maguire.
Pelissier is there, and he fires a long pass to Batieri. Here is Fakir. Fakir finds Price. Good quick hands. Teja puts it down, though. But the referee will bring them back for offside against Leeds under the posts.
Yeah, never made any attempt to get behind the line when they should have.
This is the 8th penalty the Catalan Dragons have received in the first half, and Leeds have only got 2.
He's got to do something. And he's about to bring the skipper.
Before the goal line. 3 times I had him called previously, Dean's not got involved. That one he has. Also, isn't it?
Or is it both feet? Or is it
He's not even making an attempt, he's just flying. The other thing is, we're just silly penalties. They're not doing it.
They're hurting us, I know.
Well, have a word. Wait there.
Well, I don't think that's an official warning because we haven't had the sign.
I think that's just helped the Rhinos, though, hasn't it?
It has. They've got a bit of air back in their lungs, but not much.
That was good captaincy.
Did you hear Sinfield, by the way, says they're hurting us. They're hurting us.
Yeah, but Kevin Sinfield did the right thing. He just had a little bit of a natter for a few extra seconds just to get more air into the lungs.
And it works.
Yep. Poor pass. Poor option. They've got to work this out now, and he knows it.
I think everything was wrong on that, Steve-O. Timing, I think Louis Anderson was falling between 2 players at full tilt trying to catch that. It was never going to happen.
Has Carl Ablett done an injury, though? He's affected enough to prevent the ball coming off. I'm not sure whether it's a head or a leg.
He's looking at the eyebrow, isn't he?
I think you may have... is this
a clash of heads? Let's have a look at it here. Oof.
No, it's just the elbow, I feel.
It was a big one.
What did ever?
I think you've got to be brave if you want to stop Louis Anderson coming through at that point.
Well, it was mission accomplished, wasn't it?
Oh, he's a very good defender. That's why they've always been confident putting him out into the centres.
Brian McDermott will be absolutely over the moon with this. But with all that defence, I mean, the Rhinos, I've just looked at the tackle counts. Dragons 129, Rhinos 159. That's going to take effect later on in the game.
You would think so. I mean, and we always say with having to do that much work in defence, it might come back to haunt a team late on, but we'll see. This is Church again, and he actually got his first try for Leeds on Thursday against the Bradford Bulls.
Played well.
Wasn't that a good game, by the way?
Oh, fantastic. Absolutely out of the top drawer.
This isn't bad either. It's a real good contest.
It's a cracker.
Church, he took a chance there, but he's found Callum Watkins, who's good on his feet.
Well, that was part of his game, Eddie, against the Bradford Bulls. He was well able to offload the ball, Mitch Church. Showed on that occasion he's intending to do it in this game.
Burrow went right, then went left, and he ducks underneath the challenges. Burrow, they hold on to his shirt tails. Thomas Boss kept hold of him somehow.
He's on a top game, don't worry about that.
And McShane's kick is fielded by Escaré.
And look at the numbers. Boy, they're controlling this game superbly at Leeds. You know, I think there's only been 2 occasions when the kick and chase where the home side have got into the opposition half. That shows you the quality of the kick and chase that Leeds are performing now.
That was Pellissier, got the ball away, but again, they spill it. And that was Jamal Fakir's mistake.
Yeah, and you always got an opportunity to do that, Eddie, when all they're utilising is brute force.
You know, Leeds have taken some pain on the ropes. They've stood on their own try line and had to prevent try after try when the Dragons ran forward. Now this will be amazing for them here. If they get one opportunity now after so long and can strike and score from it.
Well, it's Maguire who's looking to do exactly that, and they will get a penalty for
2 points easy.
I'm just trying to work out what the signal was from Ben Thaler. He's calling out number 16 to him, who is Pellissier.
Well, has he gone in for a high shot? It wasn't.
At least at right size, aren't they?
He's confused.
Shoulder charge on the pass on the man who was passing the ball, so a challenge off the ball by Pellissier, was it, after it had gone? Shoulder charge anyway, outlawed in 2013, penalty forthcoming. It's on Rob Burrow.
Yeah, on the back of Rob Burrow. Silly play, the ball had already gone.
Well, this is going to give them a 10-point lead, the Leeds Rhinos.
Yeah, he could have pulled out of that. That's silly play. And it could cost his side 2 points in arrears yet again. He'll be quite happy. He won't be rushing things. It's been a magnificent performance by this fella. His control and his captaincy has been superb, even when he had a little bit of an extra little natter with the man with the whistle. Ben Thaler just gave his side enough time to get in their required positions in defence, and this surely should be the extras. 2 on the scoreboard.
No problems for Kevin Sinkfield, doesn't miss those. 10-0, the champions ahead in the south of France, in Perpignan against the Catalan Dragons. And it's this style of his, keeps his head down, waits, then looks, checks it's gone between the posts. And no roar here from Leeds supporters, although there's about 300 or 400 of them away to our left-hand side.
Yeah, they usually travel in good numbers coming here to the south of France. The Catalan Dragons need to have patience, Steve-O. You're right to refer to the one-out charges they've had and Fakir dropped the ball, but they have also tried to throw it around, and that hasn't worked for them either. So they can't just turn it in and say, we've tried everything, there's no point in going out for the next 40 minutes. They have to have faith, if they can hold on to the ball, that their first style of play, throwing it around, was causing Leeds some difficulty. They just dropped the last pass on each occasion.
Ian Kirk trying to, Mitch Achurch rather, trying to get the Rhinos going again, and this man certainly will. He's buzzing around all over the place. Burrow finds Ablett. Ablett on all fours is slid towards the line.
You don't have to be Einstein, Eddie, to work out that if you allow Rob Burrow to run, he's going to create all sorts of problem for any defence in Super League. And they're allowing him to do that. He's controlling things.
Escaré. They've given a penalty against, or he has given a penalty, should I say, Ben Thaler, against the Leeds Rhinos again. Not clearing the ruck.
Interference, wasn't it? Had every chance to do it, and just had a little bit of a... They don't like it, referees, if you've got your hand in or your arm underneath the body.
Now then, Bacheri running the ball in, and Leeds having to cope for the moment without Brett Delaney. He's got a hand problem. He's been taken to the dressing rooms because we're so close to half-time.
This is the time where you look towards Leon Price to put on a solo act. You know, take him, ask the questions.
Pellissier gets the ball away. Oh, Lapini Pia, but that was a loose carry, and there was hands in all over the place. Oh, that's again Pellissier. He's going to say He's going to play the first knock-on against the Catalan Dragons. It's this rule where you have to bring the ball back if the ball carrier loses possession.
Well, obviously it's before that.
No, that's it was.
This is where he
there's the
knocks
first
on.
knock-on.
Yeah, and then they play on,
And so they play on,
and that's fine.
Yeah, but if this all falls down as it does, they have to bring it back for the original offence. It's this new interpretation this year.
Yeah, I think it's harsh, and when you can actually beat the defensive line and then offload, I think it should be just play on. But
well, they could have 6 passes all the way down the field and lose the ball in the opposition's area, and it will be brought back again. Here's a kick and chase by Leeds. Whoops, that's the reason why.
Problems.
He got away with it. He got away with it, did Pala, but only just. And Leeds will not let them out of jail here.
Well, he's pulling him. That's a penalty. You're not allowed to do that. But it doesn't matter.
They don't have a siren here. They have a bell. That's the half-time bell. It still is a penalty, though.
To whom?
For whom the bell tolls, Steve-O. It tolls for you.
And sadly, over many years.
They don't think the referee's heard it. I think he has.
Well, it's got to be a tap and kick. Unless they're just quite happy to go. No, they're just happy to go into the dressing room.
That's half-time. Brian McDermott will be delighted with that first half display after